Kerry Butler, how you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. What a beautiful home you have. That looks just lovely. Are you
Thank
having a
you.
lovely what is today? Is today Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday. Yes. Yesterday
Now,
was my day off.
yesterday was your day off, but now you don't have a matinee today. I was surprised to hear that.
No, we are so lucky. We have two Saturday and two Sunday.
Oh my, so that's quite a weekend for you. What's that like? That's a long weekend.
Well, Tuesdays, normally on my days off, I love to like do things, and like go to the beach or to have
Yeah.
fun and really enjoy it. This, I'm just like dead. Like, because we have two Saturday, two Sunday, then one Monday. And I am like the oldest, literally the oldest person in our cast. So I am dead by Tuesday.
That's
And
hilarious.
I play a teenager in one part of the show. They've wrangled me into a scene where I am a teenager.
But I mean, how awesome
I don't
is
have
it
many
though?
lines.
How great is it though that you can play, you could play a teenager and you cannot play a teenager at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I
No,
never.
right?
There's another adult in the scene with me who also plays a teenager, and he sees people pointing at him and laughing in the audience.
That is
So hopefully,
hilarious.
I don't know if that is the reaction that people have with
Oh
me
no.
too.
Oh no. No, I absolutely I can tell you I'm sure that is not the case. That is not the case. But you've been a performer for a long, long time, for your pretty much your whole life. I was reading that you, like I'm guessing many young folks got inspired by Annie, the musical Annie. Is that true? Was that
Yes,
actually
it
the
is
experience?
true. Yes, I
What?
saw it when I was 9 and then became obsessed and auditioned for the open call, made it to the final callbacks, didn't get it, which was okay because it set me up for a life of rejection, which is the life of an actor.
That is the life of an actor. Did you ever end up doing that show?
I just did it in community theater. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have like, and I grew up in Brooklyn, so I have like recordings of me doing it, like "Come here, Sandy," with like the thickest Brooklyn accent, which I don't remember ever having, but
That's
apparently
hilarious.
it's
You
on the
grew up in
tape.
Bensonhurst, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn too, but when people ask me if I grew up in Brooklyn, where I grew up, I say Brooklyn, but I always feel bad about it because I grew up in Brooklyn Heights and I feel like that's not, you can't really say you grew up in like Brooklyn if you grew up in
Oh,
Brooklyn
I don't
Heights.
know. I think Brooklyn Heights, but like where I am, yeah, yeah, like now it's cool to be from Brooklyn, but like where I grew up
Yeah.
was not cool.
But I mean, not cool is
Not
cool
what
in
people think
Brooklyn.
of as Brooklyn, like no
Yeah.
coffee houses,
Right. Right, right, right. Do you still have family there?
No, everybody moved out. My parents
Yeah.
moved to Poconos. My husband also was from down the street from me, and his family moved out. So we don't really go back at all.
Right, right. You grew up together, you and your husband, is that right?
Mhm. Yeah, we grew up
Oh,
down the
that's
street from each other.
you were besties.
We were in high school plays together. I
Oh,
was
okay.
Kim, he was Hugo, and Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh my
I always had a
gosh.
crush on him. He did not like me.
Well, he figured it out eventually. That's the most
Yeah,
important
yeah.
part. That's the most important. And then like I'm I read that I guess it was Hairspray really was it in 2002? That was kind of a big breakout moment for
For
you, yeah?
sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was the first time I had originated a role on Broadway.
Right.
And yeah, I was like the it girl for a minute, like all, all the papers. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn this off for a second.
All good.
It's
All good.
noisy. My plants.
All good. What a nice room to have plants. What is that thing you were standing in front of right there?
That's my garden.
Oh my
It's
God.
like Epcot and I have the hydroponic garden. I grow my own food. I bring my salads to work that I grew myself.
Do you really? That's so freaking cool. I love that.
Yeah,
It's a really cool
yeah.
structure too.
I know, I love it.
So you blew up in 2002. Yeah, you were the it girl.
Well, for a minute. Yeah, if you say, in this business, you blow up and then you're
Yeah.
like,
But I mean,
um,
you've stayed pretty relevant.
um, yeah, again, like I'll have my moments.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
having a moment. I'm having a good moment now, I'd
Good
say.
moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I guess I mean, is that generally just related to, you're in a show and it's doing well?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people once they see you in like a hit show, then they want you from that show kind of. And
Yeah.
also like, now I have relationships with so many people
Right, right.
and, they know I'm not crazy to work with
Yeah,
and
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
easy. So it's like I will get jobs just based on that probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, and also like and now I'm getting the job of now I'm getting all the mom roles. So it's like I had, a kind of break when I went directly from teen to mom, like no kind of in between.
Well, better in the theater than in life.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So what's that like though? I mean, that's a that's a change as a performer. Is that a difficult change? Is it a rewarding change? Is it both? Because I mean, you're a mom in
Yeah.
real life too. So what's that like for you as a performer?
Yeah, I would say it's the hardest on your ego, you know?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
like seeing all these roles like I could have played
Yeah.
that role. But I kind of love being the mom of the cast. Like I share a dressing room in Heathers with we're five people and I love my girls and
Uh,
yeah, and they come to me for advice. It's so cute. And it was the kind of the same thing in Mean Girls. I had the same relationship with all of them and they're like my surrogate daughters now,
I
kind of.
love that. That is awesome. Um, how about your kids? Are they theater kids?
They love theater. Like at some point, I had to be like, "You are not going to Hamilton again. I pay for tickets. Like, it's not the same thing as going to the movies. Mommy doesn't get free tickets. Even for my own shows, I'm like, no, you're cut off. Like I have to
Yeah,
pay for tickets." So they love going, but they don't necessarily. My older one doesn't want to do it at all.
really.
My little one, she might be an actress. She says she'll say, "I want to be an actor, but not like you, Mom." I'm like, working?
Really?
Like, yeah.
So what does that mean?
I think it means like, she wants to be on film or TV or
I
something.
see. I
Even
see.
though I do that, but it's not the
Yeah.
same thing.
Well, actually, that's a good. That was you keep providing me lovely segues to my questions that I've deeply researched on you. Yeah, you've done some TV. I saw you did 30 Rock. That's pretty cool, right? Did you do 30 Rock
Yeah,
back in the day? And you've
I
done,
did.
I read that you did Blue Bloods, right? And I
Yep.
read that you did, there was another one that I read. I can't remember. I wrote it down.
Gilmore Girls, big fan
Oh
favorite.
my gosh, you did Gilmore Girls. Okay. Well, my daughters would murder me if I didn't ask. So what was that like?
Oh, it was amazing because I'm also a huge Gilmore Girls fan. And so I went there and I was like freaking out at the set. I'm like, oh my God, there's Miss Patty Studio, like all that stuff. The gazebo. And I got to work with Lauren Graham,
Yeah.
who I love. So really, it was really, really fun. Really great
Yeah.
experience.
What's it
And I'm
like?
good friends with Amy and Sherman Palladino, who created the show. So
Yeah.
she was a big fan of Xanadu. So she kind of brought me on, and I loved getting to hang out with Amy and Dan, her husband. So it was really fun.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm gonna see if I can switch to this because somebody just started mowing their lawn.
Ooh.
Let's see if this will allow me to do this little change here. Can you still hear
I
me?
hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay, let me just do this really fast. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Oh, oh well, I can't find it. So what's it like? I mean, obviously there's a lot of, very specific differences, but as a performer, what's it like, the difference between huge stage, huge audience, present in the moment, um, you know, big musical versus like intimate TV studio, performing,
Yeah.
you know.
I think one of the main things is just your acting style. Like you have to bring it down so far. For me, it almost feels like that feels false because I'm like kind of larger than life a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so you have to bring your acting style way down and kind of throw everything away. But my first love is theater and
Yeah.
just getting the boost from the audience. Like right now at Heathers, it's insane. Like I know you're gonna come with your daughter. It's
Yes.
all tween girls, and they go bananas. Like I
Wow.
actually talk about being old. I put earplugs in my ears at the end of the show because it's so loud and it's hurting my ears. I do the
Wow.
whole last number with an earplug in my ear. And not an earplug for singing, a real earplug, like one that you used when you can't sleep.
That's amazing. I mean, yeah, I mean that you are in like a cult classic, like huge show. That's great. But yeah, I mean, that must be really fun to be in a show like that where you just have like a built-in audience of people that just adore your show. And I'm sure like the stage door every night is packed and
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They
Do
give
you
us
feel like
scrunchies,
okay.
bracelets.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like I'm curious, do you feel like, I know it's a different acting style, but like, do you feel as though one has influenced the other? Like in the sense that like doing TV, then do you go back to the stage and has it affected your perform? Does that affect your performance at all? Do you feel like you play more subtly because you've just done television or more broadly because you've just done the stage?
Um, I can, yeah, I mean, it can. But I am so conscious about, changing the things, but both of them you want to be grounded
Yeah.
in truth, and both of them you want to be feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, it's kind of just like a switch that I know to turn on and
Yeah.
off, like to bring it down or to bring it up for the theater.
For sure, for sure. So, well, that talking about like sort of being present and being in that moment brings us directly to improvisation. So, Broadway's Next Musical, obviously, improvise musical comedy awards show. I'm sure you've done a million improvised musical comedy awards shows in your time because there are so many improvised musical comedy awards shows. Um, how does what's your, I mean, what's your improv background? And I don't mean like, have you been on an improv show, but like, how does improvisation enter your world as a performer?
So I think when I was really young, I didn't get Broadway, but I got a lot of TV commercials. So I would go on commercial
Yeah.
auditions like every day, and it would always be like improvise a scene. And so I think that kind of started that skill for me. But then I do think improv is so valuable for whatever acting you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Even if you're a dramatic actress, it just helps you so much.
Right.
But so then I kind of hadn't done improv. I mean, I did it, in college, you do it, all of that. But
Yeah.
then I worked so much in theater that we don't do improv. We don't play improv games in theater. I hadn't done now my show that I'm in now, I have a moment where I have to improvise. And I was terrified. Like I was like, I was gonna be like, are you sure we want this in the show? Like, what if it's scripted? Blah, blah, but then I ended up doing it and now I love it. Now I love it. But I'm still not, I wouldn't say like, you have to do what you're doing, you have to be like so fast, And I don't have that. Like I will start my improv and I'll start deciding who I'm gonna choose, like with the first, as soon as I get on stage, I'm like, not in my scene. I'm just like scouting the audience, like who am I going to choose? And then thinking kind of the whole first act about what I'm going to say. And then of course I will go off what they're doing, but so it's improvised in that way. Just I do think about it ahead of time, which I like.
Yeah. 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 That's that's really cool. Because you do, so I guess you do, let's say you do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Sunday. So you're doing 7 shows a week. Um, so doing 7 shows a
Eight
week,
shows. Yeah.
8 shows. Oh, because right, of course, of
No, we
course.
do 8 shows a week.
Right,
Yeah.
you do eight, right, of course. So you have 8 shows a week, and if you're doing 8 shows a week and you have an improvised moment, do you find yourself, is it hard to keep it fresh? I mean, you have a new person each night, but is it hard to keep it fresh for you?
Sometimes I will be honest, sometimes I'm just exhausted and I don't feel like thinking that much. So I will
Yeah.
kind of recycle my, I have a few that I know are surefire hits at this
Yeah.
point. And so they'll always be different because I can change them
Yes.
for that audience. I can change them so that it's not an exact repeat,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'll do that a lot. Or because also I love it if like someone in the audience inspires me
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
their t-shirt or something they're wearing.
Right.
But
Right.
that's a lot of times it's just boring, like black t-shirts. So
Yeah.
hold on, I'll turn this off again so that
Oh,
you
all
can hear.
good, all good.
I don't know if it knows that I'm turning it off. Okay.
That's okay. I have like lawnmowers going on and trains going on in the background and dogs barking. So I'm about as unprofessional an interviewer as you can get. Um, that's really cool. And how about musically? Have you ever done, I mean, you're obviously a phenomenal singer. Have you ever done any type of musical improvisation?
Um, Trying to think. I don't think that I have. Is that what I'm going to be doing with you?
you you are going to be doing whatever you want to be doing with us, but if you end up improvising musically with us, it'll be similar experience to what a lot of the other folks that have performed with us have had, which is that someone like I will support you completely so that you will be resting on a bed of support and
Okay.
rhyme, and you'll be just fine. You'll be all good.
Okay. Okay.
Or,
Okay.
you'll be, you might be like one of those performers that you'll feel like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden in the moment you'll be like, la, who knows? So you never know. Um,
Well,
but
my
yeah,
improv in the show is now my favorite part of the show.
yeah. Well,
And
yeah, go ahead.
it's like terrifying. I almost feel like a stand-up comedian, where like you hope it's gonna work, but you don't know it's gonna work and you're
Yeah,
freaked out. And so sometimes I just am too tired. I don't feel like having that
yeah,
insecurity. But
yeah.
but when it's good, then you're like,
Magic.
whoa.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I remember, I've been doing improv. Weirdly, I've been doing improv professionally my whole career. And so one of the things that I've figured out over time is that I don't think audiences really judge improvisation by the success, like by the outcome. I think they judge it by your willingness to just put yourself out there and put yourself on the tightrope, you know? And
Oh,
I
good
feel
to
like as
know.
long as you're present and willing to put yourself out there, they're like, I'm with you,
Okay.
and that you're kind-hearted and you're not just putting yourself out there to insult the audience, which is that drives me nuts when people
Yeah.
do.
No, I'm very careful to
No, I know
never
you wouldn't. Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't imagine that that show would be set up in such a way where that would be the goal to
Well,
be.
it could be.
I mean,
It could
tonally
definitely.
it could be.
Yeah, it could definitely go that way. And
Yeah.
the way it's set up, it could go that way, but that's not my
That wouldn't
style.
be, yeah. It's just a crappy feeling as an audience, and it does give improvisation a bad name, right? Because who wants to go to a show and just be insulted? It's a horrible thing. But yeah,
Get
yeah,
roasted. Yeah, yeah,
it feels so great. You also said something really interesting before, I thought, when you said like how you feel like improvisation is about being fast. Like if you're really doing it, you're really feeling fast. And I'm
yeah,
curious because my experience actually is that when it's really going well for me, I don't feel fast at all. I actually feel very kind of quiet and present, and I'm just here and listening and responding. And I'm
right,
curious, like for you, in the moments where you feel like you're just like you're just crushing it, and it's you and the audience are just locked. Like, what is that? And what's that? What does that feel like for you? Does it feel like you're like chugging, or does it feel like you're just,
well, no, I mean fast in terms of like I used to be really good friends with Tina Fey, and like
uh-huh.
sometimes her and her friends would just get together and they would just like
Yeah,
we're just hanging out and they would just
yeah,
start improvising,
yeah,
and it's like the things that they would come up with just
right.
are just so clever. And so
Yes.
that's what I mean in terms of
Yeah.
fast. I guess more like just coming up with one-liners or
Yeah.
whatever, like in a split second.
Weirdly,
Where
that's what I mean too.
but I'm not, so my stuff I take the whole first act to plan it out, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So
true. That's true. You have some time. You got some time
yeah,
to figure it out.
I have a cushion built in.
Right.
So
I'm
that's
so
why I feel like I'm not that fast.
I'm so excited to do this with you because I think that that's going to be really, I mean, that's part of what I love about doing this with folks like you know, or, we had Chris Sieber. We've had a number of really wonderful Broadway performers, to, you guys to name just a few. And what I think is so wonderful is like you come in, first of all, you all come in with this phenomenal, obviously, presence and stage, ability on stage to just you knock it out of the park. Whatever you do, you knock it out of the park. Um, and it's so fun to have you all come in with your polish, and I mean that in a good way. Your polish and us with our kind of grittiness and dirtiness, and we bring that together and find this like beautiful mesh in the moment. I'm really excited to do that with you. And I'm guessing it'll be kind of
You
a
know
fun.
what
Yeah.
one improv thing I did, but again, it wasn't me coming up with the funny things.
Right.
Was I guess I did something where it was like with an improv troupe, and they took, you know how you take the words from the audience, whatever.
Yes.
They rewrote the lyrics to like Somewhere That's Green
Uh-huh.
based on what the audience, and so then I just had to sing it. So
Yes.
that was easy and that was fun, but I wasn't the one coming up with lines.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna say that in the show on the 26th, I'm hoping for a moment that you and I can improvise a song together.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Look, the worst thing that happens is it goes insane, but you come home and then you have your hydroponic food and your beautiful babies and your husband and the TV show, and all good.
And
So
it won't be recorded, so no one will be like,
that's right.
Carrie's
No one will know.
terrible at
Yeah,
improv. You want to see the worst?
exactly. Exactly. No, it's going to be great. You're phenomenal. So, well, I guess the last question I'll ask you is like, what do you have? What's coming up that you're excited about? Whether it's your career, whether it's your life, whatever.
Well, in a few weeks, I'm going to be doing Bat Boy, which I played the teen in, and now I'm moving into the mom role. But I'm like actually super, super excited about being the mom because it's a great part
Yes.
and not like the parts I normally play. And I get to work with my friends, and like Alex Timbers is directing it, and my best friend Marissa is going to be in it. So it's going to be so much fun.
That is so great. What an awesome career you have. Do you ever stop and go like, "Oh my, how the holy moly."
I do just think how lucky I am. A lot, a lot.
Yeah, you have, but I mean, obviously it's not, I don't know if you agree with this, but I feel like it's luck combined with obviously skill and perseverance. I mean, you've obviously put in the time and you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I agree, but also like there's so many incredibly talented people, probably more talented than me,
yeah.
who haven't had anywhere near the career that I have. So that's why I say luck,
Yeah, of
because
course. Of
it's
course.
just there's so many amazing talented people who want to be doing what I'm doing.
Yes, for sure, for sure. You and because you're a kind, good, humble person, you say the luck part, and then we all out here go, it's got nothing to do with luck. You're incredible. So, anyways, you are incredible, and we are so excited to work with you, and I'm sure everybody's so excited to see you perform with us.
Thanks.
Really, what people should do that night is they should go see you in Heathers
Heathers,
and
yes.
on over and
And then
see
we'll
us.
all walk together
Yes.
50 or below. It's a short walk, just 4 blocks away.
That's right, just 4 blocks away. Well, thank you so much, Carrie, for doing this. And
Here. I'm excited and scared.
yes, now I'm trying to remember the next line so I can yes and you. Oh well, anyways, excited and scared. Well, then we will walk into the improv woods together. How's that?
Okay. Nice.
All right, well, Carrie, thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you on the 26th.